Good morning, children. In the previous few modules and the classes that we have conducted, we have already discussed about the fruits and then followed by the seeds. I have already discussed with you all that how the fruits are formed and the seeds are formed. And also I have discussed with you all about the structure of fruits and the structure of bean seed. Now in this module, I am going to take up the structure of the maize grain. Today I will discuss about the maize grain and its structure and a comparative account on the structure of the maize grain and the bean seed. Before I start or I proceed on, I would like you to recall that what I have told you about the structure of the fruit and the bean seed. First of all, in the first slide about the maize grain, I have written 3 points about it, in which I have mentioned that it's a one-seeded fruit, fruit wall and the seed coat are fused. It is called as grain. So, students, one question must be knocking you right now at your head, is that if it is the maize grain, then why are we calling it as one-seeded fruit? And what does this mean? That the seed coat and the fruit wall are fused. I'll be answering these doubts shortly. So, to understand this, you need to understand or you just need to recall the very first class where I have discussed about the fruit and 3 layers that are present in fruit. The outermost layer of the fruit is pericarp, then the second is the mesocarp, and the mesocarp is then after that is the endocarp. So students, here there are no 3 differentiation or the 3 layer distinctively present in case of maize grain. So what is present over here? Definitely there is a protective wall that protects the internal structure of the seed. But exactly it is not, or we do not call it as the pericarp. The next thing is about the seed coat. Go slightly into the flashback where you will able to recall where I have discussed about the seed coat. Seed coat, that means the testa followed by the tegmen. The outermost part is the testa, which is quite hard, rough and tough and protects the internal structure of the seed. So in case of this maize grain, we do not have distinctive separation of testa and tegmen. So therefore, number 1, according to the first point, it's a one-seeded fruit. Okay, so in the previous class, I have told you that these days we get sweet pea, or we are getting sweet pea there out in the market. If you will take a seed of a sweet pea and if you take the outermost peel off, the seed will be divided into 2 equal halves, isn't it? Most of you must have tried this, as I have told you to do so. So the seeds, those can divide into 2 equal halves, are 2-seeded or dicot. And in case of maize grain, they cannot be divided into 2 equal halves and hence they are one-seeded or single-seeded fruit. Coming on to the next point, that the fruit wall and the seed coat are fused. There is no distinctive the outermost layer or the layers of fruit present in the maize grain or the layer of seed present there. there are two layers which are fused together. That means the fruit wall and the seed coat, they are fused together, and hence this is the reason why we call it as fruit. Why we call it as grain and not fruit. Okay, so that means since the fruit wall, I'm repeating again, the fruit wall and the seed coat are fused together, therefore we call it as grain or maize grain and not a fruit. Okay.